Alright guys, streaming is starting right now. It's going hot. Hot, hot, hot. Make sure the link goes out. Everything should be okay, I believe. Yep, there goes the link right now. Perfect. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's right guys, stream is starting up right now. I know it seems a little bit awkward. I do apologize for that. There's a lot to talk about tonight. It wasn't supposed to be a stream. As I mentioned before, streaming has been pushed aside as far as a scheduled basis, but there was a reason why I did a stream tonight. It'll make a lot of sense. Hopefully you guys get an email alert. Hopefully your emails are set and moved back into the shot a little bit so you can see me, and hopefully you can hear me okay. Yes, I did get my hair cut if you were curious. I'm doing a drink for tonight. I'm going to do some orange vanilla Coke, which the orange doesn't look as orange on my camera, so a little bit odd. So, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm going to be talking a little bit about some really cool stuff. Hey, Kane Snag, thanks for coming into the chat tonight on this kind of impromptu stream. A lot to talk about. Normally this stream would have been on Sunday, kind of got pushed back because of some information, which we'll talk about at 9 p.m. tonight. As I mentioned before, normally these streams don't happen. They only happen when important news drops. That was the idea of me moving these streams to sort of a sporadic basis, so you would make sure your email notifications are selected, so you'll get these stream notifications. I had a video that was in the can. I was about an hour into shooting today, and unfortunately some information that I was going to provide was inaccurate. And I'm not going to post a video with inaccurate... Hey, Xeno Flair, thanks for coming into the chat tonight. I'm not going to post information with inaccurate data. I think that would be horrible to talk about, and I don't think that would be right. So I figured to give you guys correct information would be the proper course of action. We kind of just make this half screen so I can see what is going on. Perfect. Move that over a little bit. Perfect. So as I mentioned before, the video that I was working on, I had to kind of push to the back burner. I had to get rid of all that footage. It was an hour of shooting video, and it didn't work out because some information was inaccurate on my part that I was talking about, and I would not give inaccurate information when I do video reviews. That video should be going up hopefully Friday with the corrected adjustments I'll be making this Friday. But because of the kind of switcheroo, I figured, you know what, the stream I wanted to do Sunday, I'll do tonight. Hence me putting this stream together for you guys. Again, drink of choice, we're doing some orange vanilla Coca-Cola. I am not sponsored by Coca-Cola at all. If they want to sponsor me, I'll be happy to take their money. I have no problem doing that. Let's talk about some pickups before I get into the news that I wanted to address to you guys. I picked up my kind of new obsession. I picked it up from my girlfriend. Yep. Awesome. Thanks, dude. Thanks, Mino. Yeah, I'm still going from Mino. I slowed down with the Mino community a little bit. I still post stuff there all the time, but I'm not pushing as hard through the Mino community as I did when I originally started. And the reason for that is because of the sub stuff. I do not like it. I do not agree with it. I think it's in bad taste if you try to do that. It does not help a channel grow. It actually hurt my channel in the long run. Because if you look at the top right corner of your screen where you see my subscriber count, that's not a real number. That number should be about, I should have about 900 to 1,000 subs. It shouldn't be 1,800. So pickups, my new obsession, my girlfriend got me hooked up with it, of course, is The Office. I'm on season 6 as far as the shooting of this stream goes. I've been very much digging The Office. Very, very cool show. Very funny drama sitcom. I really, really like it. And I got almost the full wave. I stopped with a few that I didn't want, but I want to showcase these off before I get into the news. And I have to do kind of switcheroo with my little tablet versus what I'm currently shooting under, so I have to either bear with me when I make the adjustment, and it's going to look a little weird. But of course, this is Michael Scott. If you're not privy to this, sometimes Pops have Easter eggs. You guys may or may not even know about this. I didn't know about it until I watched I think it was a Periscope video from Hot Topics, who are showcasing these guys off. There are sayings under the flaps of these Pops. For example, if you have an Office Pop, grab it real quick, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you open the flap at the top, you will see a quote. Every Office Pop has a quote of some type the character has said through the show. This is on the standard Pops, or it's on a multi-pack. This is Michael Scott, the normal version of Michael Scott, one of the main characters. Jim Halbert has it as well. He's wearing a based off one of the Halloween outfits, I believe. I think it has. Let me look my glasses up here. I think it says Dave. Yeah, it says Dave on his little name tag. But it looks really good. It looks just like it. OMG, Tom Hanks, thanks for coming in the chat tonight, my friend. Do I have the Batman Green Lantern movie moment pop? I did not pick that up, OMG. And the reason I did not buy that, not because I didn't like it, I like the idea of it. I love Jim Lee's work. The problem I was running into, and a lot of people have commented about this, is quality control. The thin crystal piece where you have Hal's hand glowing, that starburst effect. Hey, yes, PC Bird, thanks for coming in the chat today. The glowing burst effect off of Hal's ring is known to break, and it's very, very fragile. I've seen people who tried to pull it out of the package and snapped it right off. There's a lot of quality control problems with Funko with that piece. I'm not going to go down that road and pick that up. As much as I would like it, I have a little bit too many Batman pops as it is, and I want a standard Green Lantern Jim Lee pop. They make all the other ones which are out of the Jim Lee line, except Green Lantern. I don't know why they had to leverage him with Batman. I don't get that. I don't know why they went down that road. I can't say what approach or wisdom Funko took for that, but that's what they did do. For Jim Halpert, he has a quote as well, and there's his quote. I'll kind of get close to the camera so you can see it. So the Office Pops all have that little hidden Easter egg. I didn't know about it again until I watched a Periscope video, and they showcased that, and I had no clue. Do all Pops have that Easter egg? No. You have to just every once in a while look at your Pop and see if they have something under the tag. What is my subscriber goal for your tube for the... I would love to get 2,000 subs, but that's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. Drink for tonight, guys, if you didn't know, with the orange vanilla. So that's Jim. That's Michael. We have, of course, Pam Beasley with a little thin body. She does have a figure stand. Looks very, very good. Pam Beasley. These are probably going to be reviewed later on. If you're watching the Arrowverse, but what are your thoughts on all the news happening? I have heard SPC. The only thing I know about, I'm very, very behind on Flash. That was really the only show I watched. I watched the first season of Legends of Tomorrow, but I did watch a little bit of Arrow, but I watched a lot of Flash. I'm about 2 seasons behind right now. I know they're doing Crisis of Infinite Earths. I know for a fact I heard that Diggle, which of course is the kind of the sidekick with Arrow, he's linked up to being Jon Stewart. That I do know. I think his dad is listed as Roy Stewart in one of the episodes. I've heard that for a fact. But it'd be very cool to have Diggle be Jon Stewart. He looks like Jon Stewart to me. So that would be very, very good to do something like that. Next we have, of course, everyone's favorite, Dwight Schrute. One of the crazy characters on the show. It looks like Dwight. If you look at this pop, it looks very much like Dwight. He also has a saying. If you didn't know, all the Office Pops have sayings on the inside flap. That is Dwight's saying right there. Nothing stresses me out except having to seek approval of my inferiors. So again, this is something they don't do with all Pops, just the Office Pops. They do have a 2-pack. No problem, Zeno. Thanks for coming in the chat tonight. Of Michael Scott and Toby. And of course, if you didn't know, even this has a saying on the inside flap. So it's very, very cool that all the Office Pops have this neat little touch. Again, it's, as I keep kind of sounding like a broken record, not all Pops do that. And of course, the newest one to the collection got this week was, of course, Prison Mike, who's Hot Topic exclusive. They have a couple more coming out. Maybe get 1 or 2 more. I haven't decided yet all the other ones I want to pick up. So those are the most recent pickups. But the big news, you might have saw on the thumbnail, was the DC Collectibles license being switched over to Mcfarlane Toys. We knew about that several months ago. And some news broke last week. And the only reason I didn't do the stream last Sunday, which is what I wanted to do, was the information that was dropped. Take this with a grain of salt. Again, this is sort of a precursor, a warning ahead of time, because this information may not be 100% accurate. Dude, I'd love to. I don't have any Batman TMNT toys. You can always send stuff to me, OMG. The P.O. Box is in the description of even the stream. It's on my About channel. If anybody wants to send anything to me for reviews, I love to do reviews. I will name drop you. I'll give you credit for it. If you have a site that you want me to plug, I will plug that as well. But Mcfarlane Toys leaked, something leaked. And the leak, unfortunately, when I went to look at it this Sunday, I saw it, I think it dropped like Tuesday, Wednesday last week. I read the information, I saw what happened, and I was like, that's very interesting. I didn't take any screenshots. I should have. You know, that's in hindsight now, I should have taken some screenshots and documentation to showcase, to prove this information. Going to those sites now, which I went to last Sunday, as far as recording of the stream, it wasn't there. Also, quick question for you guys in the chat. Can you hear me okay? Because, again, I can't hear myself speaking, so I don't know how well the audio is. So let me know if the audio is okay. I think it's okay. I'll get a little closer to the mic if I have to get that way. But the site that had this information that was kind of curating it came down. And any other site that was linked to that was removed as well. This leads me to believe that if the information that was being reported might be, thanks SPC, might be correct. SPC, you'd be surprised. I thought about The Office years ago. I thought it was a kind of corny show. But watching it from the beginning, it's really a good show. It really, really is a good show when you start going through it and understanding the characters and what Steve Carell kind of brings to the table. It's really a cool show. But to go back to the Mcfarlane stuff, the information, if the information was not correct, they probably asked the people who provided the information or the leak to remove it. So there has to be some semblance of truth to this information. And let's get to it now. Let me switch this stuff over so you can kind of see what this is all about. I'm going to move my screen over here. Move that right there. And I'm going to toggle my stuff up real quick here. Hold on. Perfect. And it's going to be switched over in a second to my second screen. And here's where the site originally was. If you look here at the top, Mephisto.co.uk. It was a UK site that originally broke this news. And it's probably some semblance of this information has to be factual. Has to be. You'll see me looking over here, guys. I apologize because my camera's here, my other screen's over here. So this is the site that was originally reported. I'll give you the link to the original site in the chat. If you're curious, that is the original site that reported this information. This leads me to believe they removed this information from this site, even though it's a UK site, had some semblance of truth. If it wasn't truthful, they wouldn't have cared about this. So here, some people got a screenshot of some of the information, and the first thing we have to look at this before we toggle over to it is that the size of scale of these figures is a little bit weird. This is a 7-inch scale figure line that's coming out. It's about 8 to 10 figures. It's weird going for a 7-inch scale. I don't know why they wanted to go to scale 7 inches. The only thing I could possibly think of is maybe they didn't get the full master license. I know another company had a piece of the DC license as well. Maybe they can only get into the 7-inch scale, and the other company had the 6-inch scale. Can't remember it off the top of my head. They make the Hatchables. Let me see who makes the Hatchimals. Who makes the Hatchimals? Makes the Hatchimals. I know the company. The Hatchimals. It is the Hatchimals. I think they call Hatchimals. Yeah, Spin Master. That's who it is. Spin Master has the main DC license now. So maybe the Spin Master has the 6-inch line, and Mcfarlane had to go 7-inch to get that piece of the license. That I don't know. It wasn't discussed in this article, but someone took a screenshot, and I want to work it over what you see what it's called. I'm toggling over here to the page, so you can see over here. I do apologize now for the image quality. This is kind of what was reported on the site. Someone took a screen grab of each of the figures that were coming out in the wave. So the images aren't the greatest images, but you'll notice where it says the Ultra Collection, or the Ultra Mcfarlane DC action figure line. That's what it's called. So in this line, we have Superman Armored 7-inch. We have a Superman Animated 7-inch. Another Superman animated, that's the DC Superman Batman action figure series. Now, if you notice, they have the animated line and the comic line. They have a Nightwing. They have a Harley Quinn. They have Batman Hellbat. They have a Batgirl, an Arrow from the, looks like the TV series Arrow. Over here we have a comic Harley Quinn, a Green Lantern animated series, excuse me, John Stewart, the Batman Who Laughs, again comic representation, a Batman, standard Batman, Superman, standard figure here, and the Batman animated series 7-inch. So let's actually look at them one by one. Again, the image quality is not great. This was, like I said, a picture of kind of what was on the website with each of these items. And there's a collect and connect, which we'll talk about momentarily here. So I know it's a lot of information to digest rather quickly, but this is kind of what was broken. And again, please, 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 please take this with a grain of salt. I do not, excuse me, say this is actual factual information. This is what was leaked on, of course, this website here, mephisco.uk. This could be complete crap, but this is what was leaked. I want to report the information that I saw online. Again, please take this with a grain of salt. So first we're looking at the 7-inch, again, 7-inch scale, armored Superman figure. Now, you might not be able to see from the image right here. That is a card stand, a figure stand, and the box. Now, it looks like what they're doing very similar to what the Mattel WWE Elite figures would do. They would have a card stand, and they would have a card that would slide into this stand, like a cardboard cutout that would slide into this piece. Now, I don't know. No problem, Michael. Again, this is stuff that I don't know if it's factual. If you go to that website, it's going to look very similar to this page here, and the site is dead. So just to give you a heads up, this site is dead. That's one thing I noticed about the site. This is what it was reporting that's no longer running. The only image I saw was one of this image and the write-up. It was a little clearer than this screen capture you see here. This image I got was from this site. If you're curious where I pulled the image from, is from that site right there. Now, one thing I don't know if the figure stand links to this card stand. I don't know if it's two separate pieces, if this piece is curved. All we really had was this sort of image when it was originally dropped off of this site last week. Then we have, of course, this Superman animated right here, this one. I'm kind of moving my mouse on top of it. That one, it does say card here. So this card, when it says card, would slip into this card stand. He does come with some type of I-beam. I'm assuming maybe it's a steel beam that he can either hold or it's bent somehow to kind of work with the figure. I'm only guessing. I'm not sure exact what's going on with it. Again, this is a lot of speculation. We don't know all the factual details yet. Again, card stand, figure stand, and the box. Next, we have the normal DC Superman 7-inch Ultra Mcfarlane Superman / Batman. Maybe this is a 2-pack, or I don't know. Let's look, the price would be single figure, so I don't think it's a 2-pack because it has it listed here as $19.99. This is standard figure. That looks like your standard comic, maybe your modern or I would say let's say your like 1990s, early 2000s Superman before they lost the license for DC lost the license to Superman. That's why they changed. If you didn't know, that's one of the reasons why the 52 happened, is they lost the license. DC literally lost its own license. That's what happened. That's why they changed Superman's look, and they got it back now. But that's why they had, one of the reasons why they had the 52, if you're not aware. That was well known, but not all people know about it. Just to drop some knowledge for you guys. Next, we have a Nightwing. Now, it might be hard to notice. There's a picture of a Batmobile, an animated Batmobile right here. That's one of 3. It's a collect and connect to build the Batmobile. He does, I think, have a batarang, maybe his clubs. I can't really read it here. Let me just kind of zoom in a little bit to see if I can even get a better image. It's very, very pixelated. I, again, do apologize for the quality of this image. It is not a great image. It's the best I can find on short notice. Now, one thing that the Mcfarlane Ultra Collection does, it tackles animated stuff, it tackles movies, it tackles TVs, and it tackles the comics. So it gets like everything incorporated, sort of like the DC multiverse for Mattel. Mcfarlane is sort of touching, he has his hand in all these product lines. So we're going to see different things coming out. This is, from what I heard, one big release wave. This is not like wave 1, wave 2. From what I've heard, this is an entire wave of items. Let me make my screen a little bit bigger here so we can let me kind of get that. Hopefully make it a little bit larger. There we go. Let me stretch out a little bit so you can see. Perfect. A little bit better. Again, this over here now we have the Harley Quinn. That's your Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. She comes with a hammer. I'm not sure what this looks like, a hard hat, but it could be wrong what the second item is here. So she comes with two accessories. Nightwing has the Collect and Connect for the Batmobile and two other pieces. I'm assuming he has some scrimmage sticks and probably a Batarang is what it looks like. Figure stand, card stand, and the box. His box looks a little bit bigger, if you noticed, just by the packaging, the way it looks here. It looks more squat, I'm assuming to compensate for the additional Collect and Connect, which is a little bit weird because you're getting the Nightwing figure with all its extra stuff for a $20 price point. So I don't know if the pricing is incorrect as well. That I don't know. Again, we had Harley Quinn. Moving over a little bit further, we have the Hellbat Batman. I'm not sure what this is right here. I'm not sure what that's all about. Again, $20 has the card stand, the figure stand, and the box. We have a Batgirl, which comes with another piece of the Collect and Connect Batmobile. Two items, probably one's a Batarang, and I think the other's a grapple gun. It has a figure stand, the card stand, and the box. Again, very similar box. This one right here is similar to the Nightwing box, much more squat and wider. Then we have the Arrow TV show, it looks like over here. He comes with a bow, it looks like a quiver. I'm assuming maybe a cowl, card stand, figure stand, and box. Moving over all the way to the left, we have ourselves a Harley Quinn. I'll kind of hopefully get right there. Perfect. Harley Quinn card. It does have a card here. It has her bang gun. It has her mallet, card stand, figure stand, and box. We have a John Stewart Green Lantern from the animated series. I like that. I'm going to definitely get this figure. Of any figures I'm going to get in the wave, this will be the one. If this information is in fact factual, this will be the figure I will get. I think it's a very cool figure. It'll be a smart choice to get. Let me now take my little picture, and I'm going to move my box over here. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to move this over there to get it out of the way. From what I've read on this one, he comes with some type of construct gun. He has a construct like an earpiece, I guess walkie-talkie earpiece thing he creates, and he has a card stand, figure stand, and his box. Next is the last piece for the Collect and Connect is the Bat Who Laughs. That's newer stuff that came out from the Dark Knight Metal series that happened this year, last year into this year. I'm not sure what he comes with, per se. It's very difficult to see the items. It'd be very cool if he came one of the Possessed Robins. That'd be a cool item, but I don't think he's coming with that. Again, all these figures in the 7-inch scale. Next, we have the next item over here is the standard Batman. I guess you would say your modern Batman. Batarang, grapple gun, card. The card, again, is a card that would fit into the figure stand. As I mentioned before, kind of move it over here a little bit. There you go. It has a figure stand. This card here slides into this. Why that these have it listed and other ones don't, I'm not 100% sure why that happens. I can only guess that all of them, if they have card stand, that's what it really says. It says card stand. So think of it as the WWE Elite figures that came out earlier this year, where you have a cardboard cutout that would slide into the figure stand backdrop. That's what's happening here from what it looks like. Again, card stand, figure stand, and a box. Last but not least, we have the animated series Batman. Card, Batarang, and grapple gun. Now, it's kind of odd that we're getting the Collect and Connect with Nightwing, Batgirl, and the Bat Who Laughs, as opposed to the Batman animated series Batman. I don't know why they did that, and this leads me to believe that some of this information may not be 100% factual. I don't know why they put it with the Batman Who Laughs over here, per se, as opposed to the animated series Batman. It would make a whole lot more sense to have this here. Again, I don't know the reason why, if this is, again, 100% factual or not. It could be erroneous. This information could be all horse crap, from all I know. But there could be some semblance of truth, because if this information was not true, why would it have gotten pulled off the websites? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So, again, I wanted to break this information to you guys, let you know what's kind of going on. That's the websites. I put it in the chat here. Let me switch back over to my normal view. It's going to look a little bit weird in a second here. I'm going to kind of move this over back here now. Put this back to where it needs to be. Perfect. And we got that right there. Perfect. I needed to get my screen back to where it needed to be. And that's all the information that broke with this Mcfarlane release. Is this information factual? I don't know. Again, I wanted to report the information that I heard about. This again could be all BS, but I think it's kind of interesting information to know about. I want to let you guys know again. I wanted to talk about this on Sunday. That didn't happen. But all things considered, because I couldn't get that information to you. I wanted to cite my sources, and I couldn't cite that source. I decided to scrap it. I said, you know what? I can get the screenshot of it. That might be good enough to at least show you kind of where I'm coming from. It could be incorrect, but at least I can give you guys some information that I have heard about. Again, this could be wrong, and just please take it with a grain of salt. So that is pretty much everything for the stream tonight. You guys have any questions? You want to talk about anything? We have a couple minutes left here. I wanted to just do like a quick 30-minute stream. Again, the video that I was going to put out tonight kind of went sideways. The information was not correct, as I said at the beginning of the stream. I didn't want to give false information to say something about something and it's not correct, and to report incorrect information. I don't like doing that. I don't like reporting stuff that is hearsay or incorrect. I want to present as much correct and factual information as I can, especially the stuff for this stream. So that's the reason why I wanted to hold off on Sunday and kind of do it today. But if anything else, you guys, I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. Take this information in with a grain of salt. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, release date. That stuff, all seven, I think 7 or 8 items, is supposed to release in January 2020. That's when they said it was scheduled to go to retail. Is that factual or 100% accurate? I don't know. Please, again, take it with a grain of salt. This could be all a bunch of BS, but that information was dropped. I gave you guys the links to the original site and the site that had that image that I found. So hopefully you guys can understand what that's all about. And that's about it. I want to thank everybody who came into the stream tonight. Again, it wasn't a stream that meant to be, again, these are not scheduled streams. It's just whenever information drops, I want to put out a stream to you guys. Usually I would probably want to do it on a Sunday. I prefer to do it on a Sunday because people will be resting and be getting ready for either work or school the next day, and to be more inclined to come to the stream instead of a work night or a school night. That is the idea. So again, that's it, guys. Ending the stream right about now is, I figured, about close to 30 minutes of time. I want to thank everybody who came into the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more information. This video will be coming out that I had planned for tonight. That hopefully will be coming out this Thursday. So thanks for guys for coming in. Take care, and bye-bye.